So Lisa came through with the news yet again, but it was a little darker this week.
Okay.
It was like really dark, actually. She first told me that Californians are pussies.
Pussies.
She used that word. And I was like, you mean they're dicks? Weak, little flaccid,
Soft.
little yucky.
No, just kidding.
Ugly. Because she saw this video where it's in New York and this guy goes in to rob this jewelry store and he's got like this giant chain and he's like breaking the windows with it, not realizing that like it's a family-owned jewelry store and they're inside. This family, the fucking boss up on this fucking guy. Okay, they come out with bats, they're approaching, and I love that energy. And it is New York energy where like I've worked hard to build this company, all right? This little shop, I came from nothing. And you're going to come in here and try to take what's mine? I'm fucking you up. It was the most beautiful video I'd ever seen. Like, they didn't give a damn.
No.
This guy's whipping the chain at them, and they just keep approaching. Like, just this family.
That's New York energy.
There were a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's New York
Bats.
energy for sure.
New
Yep.
York energy.
Right.
That's also Texas energy a bit,
Oh.
which we love. We love it's like I'm protecting my
What
shit.
I've worked. I'm
Yeah.
protecting my shit. It's like 50 Cent says.
What's he say?
I protect what I've got. I'm in the house with my blade.
G unit.
We hit it cracking in the club, G-Unit. So that happened. And then she was also telling me about, God, she really did get dark.
Oh.
California mom had all of her limbs amputated after consuming bad tilapia. She almost lost her life.
Lala.
That's fish, right?
I have so many different emotions right now. I'm just laughing at your overall demeanor. You going, she almost lost her life.
No, she did.
No, but like over tilapia, that
Yes.
is horrifying.
Tilapia that was contaminated with a deadly bacteria. I need to know what this is.
Can we know where they caught the tilapia?
Well, let me read on further. It
Yeah.
says a woman who is a mother of a 6-year-old became sick days after eating the fish that she had purchased at a local market in San Jose and made herself at home. They put her into a medically induced coma. Her fingers were black, her feet were black, her bottom lip was black. She had complete sepsis and her kidneys were failing. So sepsis occurs when chemicals released in the bloodstream to fight an infection trigger inflammation throughout the body. This can cause a cascade of changes that damage multiple organ systems, leading them to fail, sometimes even resulting in death. Can you freaking imagine? You go to the supermarket, you're like, you know what? We don't need Tyson's chicken tonight. I'm going into the section where there's the glass, and I'm going to tell the guy, give me the tilapia, making my family a 5-star meal. And that happens?
That's, and I wonder if it was it the fish, the water that they caught it from, or was it that it was left out too long at the store? Like, you don't know.
I could see where I looked it up.
Yeah.
They are found in shallow streams, ponds, rivers, and lakes. So I'm going to assume maybe this one came from a pond.
Yeah, maybe we don't eat tilapia right now.
Tilapia is not found in the ocean?
Well, this one just said they're mainly
it says
freshwater fish. So not.
So probably lakes is
yeah,
where.
So yeah.
I've seen tilapia on really, really incredible restaurants' menus.
Tilapia is delicious. I've had it many
It just says
times.
mainly. So who
I'm
knows
never
if
eating tilapia ever. It's not like it's
You know
my
how they
first choice
Have
anyway,
you seen
but
how they
that's
fly fishing though, and they like send hundreds of them into lakes? Have you seen that?
what?
You haven't seen that?
Hundreds of what?
Fish, like into lakes. Like they'll just like get. It's like a
to populate.
fish store. Yeah, to populate lakes because people fish in them.
Do you remember
So
that?
maybe that's why it says mainly they're caught here, but they could be a sea, like a saltwater fish.
Well,
but
do you
maybe
remember
they're
that place
put
we
in-
went to in Utah where we went fishing with mom and dad?
That's where they would like helicopter them and just drop them in from hundreds of
No,
feet.
it was so many fish. Like
Did
there's
you
no
see
way.
it?
Yeah, half of them.
We
would,
went there to fish.
You
and
watched the fish get dropped.
with a helicopter.
Oh,
You watched them get dropped in.
Yeah, when I'd go up to Rockport in Utah, and they would have a helicopter, and they would go like really close with a huge thing, and it would just open, and fish would just
free
fall in.
fish,
Yeah.
free falling.
Yeah, You can look it up.
It's raining fish. Hallelujah. It's raining tilapia. Don't eat that shit. You'll die. I'm terrified. You're out of your mind. I'm sticking to like the salmon, where you catching
tuna.
it. Or right?
Ooh, good old tuna.
I've heard all of it, though. You just got to be careful.
Wait,
No,
what?
you really do have to be careful about anything you're eating from the ocean. I think it's
And
just
Trader
safe.
Joe's.
By the way, Trader Joe's, they have, I love Trader Joe's, but they have now, it's like
I don't
someone's
know.
sabotaging them.
And now everything I eat from there, I'm like
I'm a
really
little
feeling
nervous.
around, seeing if there's some
They've had
moving
rocks.
stuff.
I know. I
Bugs.
love them, though. They have the
Bugs.
best snacks.
Metal.
But I'll be real with you. I've gone into Trader Joe's multiple times looking for the cookie butter cookies, and I would eat rocks just to have them.
Right.
Put them back on the shelf. It's like, what the fuck is this?
Did they take them off the shelf?
Gone, nowhere to be found. I
No.
swear. And I looked it up to see if they were discontinued. I saw that the cookie butter cheesecake is discontinued. I can find nothing about the cookies.
The cookie butter cookies.
Cookie butter cookies. So naturally, I went to the next cookie, which was like a hazelnut cookie. Just as good. Yes, I finished the entire pack last night during a game of Rummy Cube, but it's no cookie butter cookie. So I'm letting you know, I'm fine with eating things that should not be in my box of whatever from Trader Joe's just to have one more day of cookie butter cookies.
One more day. Ideally, no rocks, but if there's a rock or two, Lala will be okay with that.
I've had more suspect things in my mouth than a rock.
Oh, fuck. Moving on.
Okay? Truly.
Moving on.
Okay. Manhunt for a murderer is over after escaping prison. It's like Prison Break. No, this is real news that my mom shared with me, okay? He escaped from a Pennsylvania prison just days after being sentenced to life without parole in the fatal stabbing of his ex-girlfriend, okay? Okay? August 11th, he escapes. September 4th, spotted on a security camera in Longwood Gardens. September 9th, he steals a van. He's running.
wild.
All right? He's stealing cars. He's looking for weapons.
Grand Theft Auto.
Because on September 11th, he steals a rifle. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? And by the way, as I'm reading this, September 13th, he's captured, but he followed the same method of escape and route used by an inmate at Chester County Prison. Igor Bolt broke out of prison on May 19th. I want to know.
How are they getting out?
Well, how do they know how to like escape off of someone else's? Do they get news in prison?
Oh, if someone else escaped and then didn't come back. If they escaped and came back, they could be like, well, this kind of worked, but here's
No,
why
it's a
I messed
completely
up.
different prison.
Oh.
So they're saying he used the same method, but like, I think it would be if you sit there and you're like, oh, it's the same method. That's strange. Is that like a common thing? I feel like if that was like common knowledge,
well,
all the inmates would be escaping from prison. So
Yes.
were they communicating? And was he like, oh my gosh, dude, this is how you do it?
there's a prison talk, so surely they can get news. There's a prison talk on TikTok. You go on TikTok and you can
They
see.
don't have TikTok in prison,
They
babe.
Lala.
have cell phones.
They
They have cell phones and they're doing TikTok in prison and they're doing dances and stuff.
Yeah,
There's
half
a whole
of them just won't
TikTok.
even. Most of them will like show you everything in their
Yeah.
cell. They show you what they're watching. They have television. They know exactly. They could be watching Vanderpump Rules right now.
Well, no
And then
wonder people are
they got
out in
cell
these streets
phones.
still committing crimes. You just get locked up, you get to live for free pretty much, and you still get to TikTok your ass off. No, you take the phones.
Well, they're getting them in.
No, even a child who does something naughty, like break curfew or sneaks out, gets their cell phone taken away. But you can murk someone and like, here's your cell phone.
Well, that's like your mom and
No.
dad watching 700 Kids.
What?
They're gonna sneak a phone.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. I don't know how it works. I don't know how they get phones. I don't know if it's after a certain amount of time or you have money. We all know inside
Commissary.
the prison walls, there's shady,
Here's
what are
the
they called?
thing.
Security cards?
Yeah,
Prison
that's
guards.
the biggest
Prison
thing right
guards,
there.
yeah.
It's not like them sneaking it in when they're like hugging their friend on the way out, like when they're
No.
in meetings.
There's-
It's the
It's
guard who
prison
is saying,
guards.
"What do you need?" and going to get it, and then getting paid or whatever. And that's how they're getting everything in. It's prison guards.
I
Not
just want to
all
live in
of
a
the
bubble.
prison
Not all of
guards,
them,
but
but
yes,
yes.
we've heard it. We've seen it on TV.
We've seen it on TV. I will say, I watched Orange is the New Black, and that was enough to make me say I will never commit a crime because I would not last.
You don't
Nope,
want-
Yeah.
sure wouldn't. I mean, I run Vanderpump Rules, but I certainly wouldn't be running prison. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and I will catch you next week.